Welcome to Four Faces. Today we're going to talk about Dobot Studio and the Uarm Studio software. As you know already, I've done a couple of videos that talked about the hardware, the accessories, how strong each robotic arm is. And today I'm going to get a little bit more into the software side because, it's great to have magnificent hardware. Yes, of course. But however, you got to have great software as well. So let's kick this off at Four Faces. Let's talk about that software. So when you first open up Uarm Studio software, you'll notice that you have some icons on the bottom of it. And one is blocky, control, teach and play, draw laser, and 3D printing. So let me go over each one real quickly. So let's open up the blocky first. And what this does, it gives you options, ways to control your robotic arm. It's very simple, straightforward. You just use these blocks to set up whatever you want your robotic arm to do. Then you got sound. Sound obviously gives you beeps and blimps and things of that nature. You can control the notes, right? You can also put that in there. Just put this here. And as you can see, it's very simple. I just click and drop. That's it. Here you got various inputs. That could be from a button being pressed. That could be from even face recognition as well. Right here you see it says face detection. So you can even use your face as a means of input. Then you got groove. This is where Uarm really soars to the highest heights. I mean, it's really unique in this sense because this is where you can add all types of accessories, from electromagnets to ultrasonic sensors, color sensors, gesture sensors, temperature sensors. I mean, it goes on and on and on, right? You can also put that there. You got logic, of course, if statements, do statements, equal statements. You got loop statements, repeat multiple times. You got mathematics statements. You got more. You got some advanced features as well, like text, lists, variables, functions. So it is I should say it's full. It's there. It's nothing wrong with it. Works perfectly. Later on I'll show you I made a quick program just using Blockly, and you'll see it works it's great. It really is. So that's what that's about. I'm going to exit that. I'm going to say no to that. Go back into Uarm device. And let's look at the next icon. And we got control. So here's where you can actually control the SwiftArm Studio just by moving this lever around. So you can make it move forward, backwards, sideways, any direction you want to make it move. You can have this be used to activate the suction on the robotic arm. You can have the grip as well. I mean, it's total control of your robotic arm. So that's what control is about. Next thing we have is teach and play. With teach and play, you just press record and you move the robotic arm any way you want to move it. Up, down, sideways, it doesn't matter. You can move it any way and it will record that and then replay exactly every motion that you have made. Now, I will say though, the disadvantage with Uarm Studio is that it's not as precise because you can record it, but I think I mentioned this before, is that when you start recording something with it, literally records every little motion you make. So if you make a little stutter motion with your hand, it's going to make that same motion. So I really don't like that because it does mess up the accuracy. So I don't really like that part of it, which is I guess a negative in a sense. So that's teach and play. Lastly, other second for last to say, you got the draw and laser. With this here, you can make an outline, draw anything you want. Faces here, you see, you got quite a few different faces and pictures and etc. here that you can make the Uarm Studio do. Really nice. You can even type something. I mean, this is great. I mean, it's really good. Works perfectly. I got no problems here. So you want to put a picture of something. right? Or you want to put a text or something. Whatever you want to do, this will do it for you. No problems there. Um, which is a powerful feature of the Uarm Swift Pro. Lastly, you got the 3D printing. Of course, now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really use robotic arms to do 3D printing because let's just face reality, it's not going to be as great as having a device that's just specifically designed just for 3D printing. So I'll be honest with you right there. However, it does have the capability to do that, and it does do a fairly decent job on that, right? So I just want to put that out there. And that's it. So you got these features on the bottom that works very well. The only feature I would say that I'm not too fond of is actually a teach and play. You're going to find out that the Dobot Studio is actually better at it. It's much more precise at it because you can actually have more control. So with the Uarm Studio, it doesn't allow you after teach and play to kind of like fine tune those recorded events. And that's a disadvantage. All right. So with that being said, let's look at Dobot Studio. Now let's take a look at Dobot Studio. Now I'm gonna be as clear as possible. Dobot Studio teach and play feature is definitely better than the Uarm Swift Pro. I mean, it's just better. It allows a lot more precision in the movement of the arm, and I think this is where Dobot really accelerates. It might not accelerate as far as adding accessories, like you want to add a temperature sensor or some type of thermal imaging sensor, something of that nature. But when it comes to the movement of the arm, when it comes to the precision and the control that you have of that robotic arm, I'm going to have to give it to the Dobot Studio. It's definitely a better software integration into controlling the robotic arm. And you can see, if you look on the side here, you can see the precisions here. You can move the X value, X, Y, Z, R value. I mean, it's just crazy. I can move it by increment of like 0.0001. I mean, that's crazy, right? So let's look at the teach and play feature real quick. When you click on that, obviously you get this. Right now my arm is not connected, so nothing's going to really show up. But I just want to let you see that if you look once again, you can set it even to the different types of level of understanding. On easy, you just get these basic here. You get basic movements here, right? Or how to move the arm. And however, you still have your precision values on the side where it says operation panel, and you can move it by like 0.001. I mean, it's crazy. It's really, really nice. However, you could also, once you get advanced at this, you could also increase it to have capabilities that's really superior to Uarm Swift Pro software easily without even thinking about it. Here you have regular triggers for inputs as well. You can have all these types of inputs for control. You can set conditions right here as well. You can set what values you want. If you move over to your right, you got the speed. I can control how fast it moves. I control the suction, the laser. I control each individual joints, and it's just amazing. Now, also, what you don't see here in the software is that you can just press a button, and you can have your you can have the Dobot Studio move the arm, and in such a precise manner that Swift Arm. It just can't do it it just can't do it. So when it comes to the teach and play feature for Dobot Studio, it definitely excels. There's just no question about that. Now, write and draw feature I have used before, and I'm gonna tell you now, it's also amazing. It's great. All you gotta do is input the files, and you place it here on a picture, on this picture here, diagram here, and it just print exactly what it sees. The shape, design, text, doesn't matter what it is, and it works very well, very well. No problems there as well. Blocky, as you've seen on Swift Pro, you've seen that they had a blocky program. Guess what? Dobot also have a blocky program. So once again, you come in, and you can got logic, if and do statements, loops, right? Repeatability, math, text, list of chains and variables, color. Now, as you would, I don't know if you remember, with this here, the other one, we had a means to actually add all these different types of accessories. I'm talking about the Swift Arm Pro. You was able to do it with ease. With this though, as you can see, it does not have that there. You have input outputs, but those inputs outputs have to be configured to work with that particular item that you're going to install. Whereas with you on Swift Pro, it's just a plug and play and you good to go. You see, so that to me is definitely advantage to me compared to the Swift Arm Pro. Swift Arm Pro is just plug and play, add accessory, and you're good to go. It does everything for you. I mean, listen, if you're an advanced programmer, then it doesn't make a difference because any robotic arm can be controlled by pretty much any microprocessor you want, right? But I'm referring to the fact that if you're new to this, if you're just trying to learn robotic arms, or you're a school or institution and you're just trying to teach basic STEM program, then you're going to find that the Uarm Swift Pro is better at adding accessories. All right. Now, like I said before in the past videos, that yes, Dobot Studio will have a kit, but that kit is $394 compared to adding an accessory for the Swift Arm, which could be as much as little, I should say, as $7. So you can see right there, it's very easy to understand the difference. Also, there's a little glitch in the Dobot Studio Blocky program. As you can see, when I try to click it, it will not go back out to the home screen. So I have to literally have to close this down and then come back again, which is very annoying. So let me close this out. I gotta come back into the program again. That's a glitch there. That's a software glitch. I don't know why that is, but nevertheless, that's what I have to deal with. So now it comes back, and now I just quit out of that, close that out, and now I'm back in my program again. Now, as far as script, this is one thing I do like about the Dobot Studio also as far as software is the script. You can actually sit there and use Python language to program your robot, right? So, which is really cool. The Swift Arm Pro, they don't so much give you direct ability to write the program. However, you do have that ability because you can choose whether or not you can see it in various other different types of programming language. Where this here is just like by itself. So you can go right to Python language and program the robot whatever you want to do, which is an advantage also as well as far as software interface is concerned. This also allows you to use leap motion. Now, the Swift Pro also allows you use leap motion, but you have to change the firmware to do so, which I don't really like that because when you change the firmware in the Swift Pro, what happens is it doesn't allow you to use some of the accessories. So it's kind of like a exchange. You could look at it that way. All right, so you got leap motion, you have mouse control, you have laser graving control, 3D printing, and you can add other stuff as well. So to be honest with you, if you're looking at software, I would say, in my opinion, is that the Dobot Studio gives better precision and better control of the robotic arm. That's just a fact, right? That's just the way it is. It is really, it is top of the line when it comes to that. However, with that being said, if you're looking for the ease of the ability to easily incorporate accessories, then I'm gonna say the Swift Arm Pro is the way to go. All right, so this is a quick look at the software, and if you got any questions, just hit me up. 4 Faces, peace. And it goes on and on.